at the structure of the kidney. Here we have the kidney in section, and a probe, please. So, if the kidneys have a cortex and a medulla, then which is outer, which is inner?
Cortex is outer.
So, this is the cortex, and this region here where we see those triangular structures, that's the medulla.
Okay.
Right? Outer layer covering is the capsule. That's the third structure listed. And then hilus or hilum, remember that term? Would be this part here where the tubes are coming in and going out. Tubes going out, blood vessels coming in and going out. That's the hilus. These triangular structures shaped like pyramids are the renal pyramids. Each of these. How many renal pyramids do we see in this kidney?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, just to make sure we are looking at the same structure. 7. So this is the cortex, right? Now tissue from there extends in between the pyramids and this region, which is part of the medulla, but it looks different from the pyramids. This part here and this part here, and in between, those are called the renal columns. These are renal columns. The next structure, renal pyramids, are these, renal papillae are these cone-shaped regions here. See what the description says? Pointed end of the renal pyramid, those are the renal papillae, each of these. Now, do you see the renal papillae kind of opening into the structure here? So, each of these structures that we see inside are the nephrons. Nephrons are where filtration occurs, reabsorption occurs, secretion occurs. Those are the 3 processes of urine formation. And whatever fluid has been filtered out travels out from there and collects in here. That's on the way out. Once all the processing has been done, then that fluid is what is referred to as urine. So urine will be leaving from these tubes over here and getting into this part, these parts here, which lead into, so look at this, smaller tubes that lead into a larger space. These regions are called the calyx. These are the minor calyx. The minor calyx lead into a larger space. That's the major calyx.
Okay.
And so minor calyx, major calyx leads into the renal pelvis. And so the renal pelvis, like it says, a chamber formed by when the 2 major calyces merge. So major calyx and major calyx merge into the renal pelvis. And renal pelvis connects to the ureter, which leaves the kidney. So that is the ureter. So that's the path that will be taken by urine exiting the kidneys. From here, it will travel down the ureters, get to the urinary bladder, and from the urinary bladder via the urethra excreted. Okay, so those are the structures that we see here.